I'm ready because we already did this once.
And then you should do like when I ask you, are you ready? You said, of course.
Of course. No, that's not going to become a popular line that everyone will remember. Okay. Anyways, okay. Hey, everyone. It's me again. If you're new to the channel, my name is Corey. My wonderful wife's name is
Raquel with this. So I feel this today. So hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. She said she wanted to look innocent and like a princess at the same time. So I just smile. I don't ask questions. So I am really, really excited about doing this video because we did it last week and I edited it and it just didn't work. So we're redoing it. So I'm really excited. But anyways, we're going to do a video on pros and cons in the Philippines because the fact is there is a lot of pros living here. That's why we live here, because we love it so much. But there is quite a few cons. But yeah, since there is a few cons, quite a few people recently, they're like, well, Corey, you're making it sound perfect over there. And I don't mean to do that. I'm just showing all the positive things because doing videos on the negative wouldn't be very fun or exciting. So, but they're right. I should be transparent and talk about the pros and the cons because nowhere is perfect. So we're going to go over the pro list first. And then we will get into the con list. Try not to make it too negative, but we have to be honest. What?
Wait, what's the word from pros?
Honey, okay, first thing that is going to be on everyone's positive list that has been here, definitely happy and friendly people.
Yeah, friendly and happy. So it's a lot. And here, simple, it's because also if not so much pressure compared to Western culture. Right. So that's why I'm friendly and being simple.
But everyone's going to tell you that. Every foreigner, every Filipino even. And we've both been to a lot of other countries in Asia. And nowhere is going to be as welcoming and happy and friendly as the Philippines. Absolutely.
I'm trying to understand that. Why?
Number two, going to be cheap cost of living. Obviously, I think everyone already knows that. And I'm not comparing it to one country or another country. But as far as the lifestyle we're able to live here, we're doing it for a fraction of the cost that would be back in the West. I mean, a fraction of the cost. Everything is going to be, 25% compared to back there. A few items might be higher, but that's not the point. 3, honey, you want to do that one?
Find a Filipina. Oh, it's a pros?
Yep, it's a pro.
Why it's a pros?
Because you can find and marry a beautiful Filipino here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There's a lot of Filipinos.
Why is that a pro? Now I'm wondering.
Beautiful and young Filipina. That's the advantage. So you can date, even you're older, you can date younger. So, you feel younger and you still feel excited. It's actually good for men to marry like younger girls. So it feels like they have reason to look good and stay fit. It's just...
Right, be more active and so on. So that's definitely a pro. If you're single, that's definitely a positive thing. Okay, a few of these are on both of the lists, just to be aware before you jump in and say a negative comment about something on the pro list. So for number 4, it's going to be weather. Now, for most people, it is weather. And when I say that, it's in between like 70 and 90 here. So it's summer all year round. They do have a rainy season. But compared to where I grew up in New England, they had a snowy season. So I prefer the rainy season over the snowy season. So for most people, having summer all year round is a positive thing. You can always go to the beach.
I like here it's the warmth.
Number 5, honey?
Family. Yeah, for me it's a pros because it's good that we are more close to our family and we value family. And we care to each other. So therefore, if like you're married to Filipina, then you feel more as a family. Mm-hmm. Like there's a love and respect, and it's just different.
They welcome you right into the family, and you feel like part of the family from the first time you meet them. Mm. And here I am 10 years later, and I still feel like that. I tell her this or anyone this. If I walk into a parent's house at any time, they're telling me to sit down. They're trying to give me coffee. Oh, let's eat, have snacks. And, and then they change the channel on the TV, set the fan so it's aiming at me. And I'm like, okay, I would just stop by to ask a question or something.
My dad.
But they're very welcoming all the time. So the family values here is definitely a positive thing.
Yeah,
definitely a pro.
My dad always happy when every time we visit them. It's like, we're just here, we're neighbor, but I really go there. So it's always very welcoming, means like it feels still warm after years living here. Mm-hmm. So yes, that's a good thing. And cheap, healthy food.
Yes, living in the province, for example, I've heard some people complain in the city, but we live in the province. So I can buy fruit and vegetables so cheap. Fish, shrimp, I mean, the list goes on. Eggs, basic chicken. I mean, a few things would be higher, of course, but for the most part, I eat very healthy. So for me, being able to buy all that stuff very, very cheap, and it's clean and it's outside and my neighbor's selling it, that's definitely a positive thing. I mean, absolutely, it's limited on random junk food. You can go somewhere and buy it, of course, but for the most part, it's definitely a positive thing because it's very cheap, healthy food if you're buying outside markets.
So numbers. Next is building a home. Yep. You can build a cheap home here, cheap materials, and
the labor.
And the labor, yeah, of course, the labor,
right.
Especially
again, that thing is also on our con list, so we'll go over that in a minute. But as far as like building this home, most people, depending on the state, would look at it and think it's worth 5 times the cost of what I paid for it, or 4 times the cost. At least, yeah, I'm going to say 3 or 4 times the cost. You could pick another state where it'd be 10 times the cost. But either way, you can build a very beautiful home because the labor here is cheap and most of the materials are very cheap as well.
Mm-hmm. True.
So it's definitely a positive thing.
Language.
Yes. Language. Number 8.
Language.
Yeah, compared to anywhere else in Asia, the language here is much easier because they teach English in school. So being a foreigner, it's very rare where I'm having a problem talking to someone because they teach English in school. So it makes it very easy compared to when I lived in Japan. When we go to Thailand, we have a problem daily with the language. Vietnam, we have a problem daily with the language. So that's definitely a big pro in the Philippines because they do speak English for the most part in most places. If I meet a 50 or 60 or 70-year-old, they probably don't. Not all of them do, but the younger generation does. So it makes it very, very easy.
Okay, another pro is you can have and you can afford to get a helper or a maid here. So cleaning your house is not problem because you can always afford. It's cheap. It's cheap to just pay someone to clean your house and taking care of everything here.
Yeah, whether you're having a helper come in for 2 or 3 hours a day, which is really, really cheap just to do the basics, or you're having a live-in helper compared to back in the West, those things are very expensive and they require a lot. They want a lot from you as far as their living arrangement and whatnot. Over here, it's very cheap, which is a great thing, especially for a lot of families. So
vacation options.
Yeah. Number 10, vacation options. Being in the Philippines, I mean, let's just be realistic here. And without exaggerating, I could make a list of 1,000 amazing locations to go on like a 2 or 3 day trip or a 1 week trip or a couple week trip in the Philippines. I mean, there's just endless beautiful places to go and visit and spend time that it's great. And even if we want to go, quote unquote, abroad, when we go to Thailand or Vietnam, we'll get the plane tickets for like $200 and we can be there by lunchtime, which makes it really easy when you want to travel to other amazing spots. So because we have so many vacation options, definitely a pro.
Okay, so let's go to the cons, guys. Number 1 is the noisy.
Yes. And again, guys, we don't want to sound like we're being negative, but that's why we're doing the video, just to be transparent with everyone, because not everything's perfect. So noisy, barking dogs, cats in heat, motorbikes, karaoke. Okay. Depending on where you live, you could have barking dogs all the time around you. So I would check out the rental before you get it, or the land. If you're in the city, you might have a motorbike problem or a next door neighbor playing karaoke all the time. So if you're going to rent the place, you have to go check it out multiple times during the day. Ask the people that are currently living there. Even ask them if you can rent it for the weekend. Seriously. Yep. Before you move in, and then guys are complaining to me that they have a problem with a loud neighbor, but they didn't investigate.
Oh, the rooster. Yeah, rooster. Some people like.
Yeah, a rooster or chickens is definitely a big complaint that I'll hear from people, or dogs, and that's why you want to check it out before you just go and rent a place, because the landlord's going to tell you it's perfect. You sign a lease, you pay for 3 months in advance, and then you're upset and complaining, and no one's fixing the problem. So.
Number 2 is driving and traffic. Yep, that's very stressful for like my husband's driving. It's like all the motorbike or the van. It's very stressful. Even me just watching it and I'm in the front, I can understand how stressful it is, and we try to avoid accident, but some people just go and go and go. So
again, I love the Philippines, so it's worth it living here for me. I don't drive that often. But when I do leave in the province and I have to take the highway to go anywhere, I'll try to avoid an accident 5 times. People will pull right out in front of me, because most people do not have a driver's license and their vehicle's not registered. So they won't have headlights, blinkers, brake lights. They'll just pull right out in front of you. So you have to be cautious. And in the city, the traffic, they weren't structured and designed for a lot of vehicles. They were designed for motorbikes. So
make sure
traffic is not good.
So the foreigners, if you're driving, make sure you have your wife with you. So if you get stressed, someone just, that's okay.
Yep.
I always do that to him. It's like he's always stressed. It's okay, honey, because he's driving. Oh my gosh, someone should like just calm him down.
Yeah, 5 times a dog will run right out in front of me and I'm slamming on the brakes, or kids on a scooter and they don't even look. They just pull right out in front of you, and then I'm slamming on the brakes, almost killing them.
That's the job of wife. Make your husband relax while driving. It's very important.
It's very helpful.
Power and internet. Yeah, lately we had a brownout.
Yeah, we had one brownout the other day. We're pretty lucky. I mean, we have solar and we have a backup generator, so we're okay. I never complain about power. But most foreigners on most islands will complain about it because they have brownouts. Some islands we've gone to will have 2 or 3 a day. I mean, I'm not crazy here. It's pretty bad in some areas. Other areas are not so bad. And we have fiber, so our internet is great, but other foreigners complain that they can't even get a cell phone signal where they live. So you want to investigate. If you're looking to move here, don't just assume everywhere is perfect for internet or power.
So the weather, that's the cons too, because rainy season.
And the humidity.
Yep, that's where you were like sweating.
Yeah, I was born and raised in New England, so it doesn't bother me. It's better than the winter. But a lot of foreigners come here and they will complain about the humidity for a while. But unfortunately, it's because they don't leave their house. And they'll always tell me the same thing. They stay inside, it's air conditioned all day. Then they go in their air conditioned vehicle to go to an air conditioned restaurant. And then they complain it's too hot outside. But they're never adjusting to it because they don't go outside. So I'm okay outside, but I'm outside every day. So the weather can be a negative thing at first, or if you don't adapt to it, it can be a negative thing for quite a while.
Yep.
Ooh, this is a tricky one.
The family. It's also cons, guys. Though we're very close, but family is one of the problem when you're married to a Western, because if you have a problem and your family is next door, they can hear you and they're gonna be involved. We're too close, so once they feel that we have some arguments, then my parents also gonna be not my parents, but some parents also gonna be involved because they're too close and they're worried about their daughter. But for me, it's like I'm lucky that we are apart from my parents, but also my parents is not, they understand marriage. They don't really want to involve if we have some misunderstanding. So that's what I also learned from them, because that's what they thought. So we're we never have problem with my parents. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm lucky on this aspect. I did investigate, but I'm lucky because I married a woman that has an amazing family. Her family is fantastic. So you're very welcome, honey. They are amazing. So I'm very lucky and grateful because I have great in-laws and great sister-in-laws and things like that. So they're an awesome family. Even our cousins are great, except the one that sold us the broken dog. But anyways, they're an amazing family. So, but I've definitely heard from quite a few foreigners that when you marry a Filipina, you marry into the family. They're complaining because they married into a family they didn't get to know. So the family may have a drinking problem or a gambling problem or a debt problem. You okay? Oh, honey, your family is amazing. You know that.
I know.
Okay. You know I love your family. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to keep talking or pause?
It's okay.
Okay. So again, I'm very lucky because I don't have any issue. Her family doesn't drink. They don't party. They don't gamble. They're at church or Bible study all the time, which is fantastic. But the foreigners that never got to know the family, I've definitely heard quite a few times when you marry into the family, that the family will have debt and then they're constantly asking for money or a gambling problem or someone's always drunk and the foreigner's getting dragged into something. So you want to get to know your Filipina, but you also want to know her family and what you're getting involved with. Because if she's close with her family, then you want to know who they are so you're not getting into a bad situation. I'm grateful because her family is amazing, but I've definitely heard plenty of horror stories, and that's not towards Filipinos because back in the West, there's a lot of bad families too, right? We all know that. You'll have a side of the family that drinks or gambles or they're getting in trouble, and then the wife is constantly wanting to help them or bail them out. So investigate. Don't wait and then complain about it afterwards. That's your fault for not checking into the problem ahead of time.
Yep.
Not saying all Filipino families are perfect, but if you don't take any time to get to know her family, don't complain about them afterwards.
Yeah, also
that's your
like
fault.
if you're married to a Filipina here and you have to like far from your family's house, so it's just very healthy when you're not next. They're not even next to your house.
Yeah, if you're connected to them and then there's problems, they're right there. That can definitely be an issue. But her family doesn't live on our property, so it's not.
No, it's never been.
We have space and they have space.
They're always been busy, so yeah. So I'm just glad that we're not like other family or my dad or my parents or.
But to all the foreigners' concerns, we could always do a whole video on this topic if you want. Investigate her family and make sure she understands you two have to put each other first. Yeah, and then the family has to come second.
Yeah, that's what I've learned, in marriage. Like when you're married, so I have to prioritize my husband now because I'm married to you, not my family. They're second, but they're always there, like.
Right, of course.
They understand that because, of course, my mom and dad also like married before and they separate from their family. So I'm sure they understand that how important is your husband and family first. I mean, us, then the next, my family. So I'm sure they understand that. So we don't have any problem regarding to that situation or.
Right. Okay. Another con. Okay. Food options. If you're going out to eat, your options are going to be limited. I hate to say it, especially because we live in the province. Our options are very limited. I mean, to Krispy King and like 7-Eleven. We don't really have any options. But even when we go to the city, it's not like when you're in like Bangkok or back in your home country or something. You have a lot of options. They're limited options here. So the food is not exciting.
Yep. And yeah, the cons is you can't own a land.
Yes, a lot of foreigners get crazy about that and they get really concerned with it. I don't think it's a big deal, but if you're one of those people where you have to own land, you can't own land as a foreigner in the Philippines. So you can buy a condo You can sign a 20-year lease and another 20-year lease. They actually changed the lease law so you can at lease for longer. But the whole point is most guys moving here are above 50. So then I asked them, if you're leasing land at from 60 to your 100, why are you so concerned about that you don't own it? I mean, you have a 40 anyways, but yeah, you can't own land, but you can own a condo. You can sign long-term lease, but it is considered a negative thing to a lot of people.
So clothing, probably what feet? Like yours, yeah.
Yeah, I wait till we're in like Vietnam or Thailand usually, and I'll do some shopping, or I'll order things from Amazon, and then I'll have to have them fitted when they show up because you can't actually try it on. But buying clothing here, the double XL is like, it doesn't really fit me. It looks like a crop top, and sneaker size I can't find anywhere.
I think
so a lot of foreigners have a problem with that. I brought plenty of pairs of sneakers, so I'm okay, but it's just something to make sure you prepare for ahead of time and you know about it so that you can get clothing when you need it.
Yeah, your shoes, like he's a white, like here Asian, but Western.
Oh, because I bought one pair of sneakers in Vietnam.
That's even in Vietnam. That's a lot of tourists.
I bought the biggest size they have, but they're not wide enough. So, yeah, they look cool on the shelf though.
Animals lost and not fixed. Yep.
Okay, I meant to put animals loose, not lost. Anyways, loose. Okay, animals loose and not fixed. So when I say that, a lot of people have that comment or complain or concern because you will have stray dogs and cats all over the place. So I don't know what to say about it other than that's just the truth.
Yeah, but we started to get a free spay. Like, I mean, last week, our government have a free spay for the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're starting it, guys. So just have to slowly.
At first, I'll be honest with you guys, it was definitely a problem for me. Having a lot of animals come on the property and none of them are fixed. We have captured all of them in cages and brought them in and gotten them spayed or neutered now and then let them go. You can't do that back in the West because your neighbor would sue you, but here people are just going to thank you. It's crazy to think that I've had to do that, but now we don't have a problem because everything in the neighborhood's fixed because we've captured it and we've had it fixed. So it's okay now, but it is something that is definitely looked at like a negative thing to most people.
Yep.
Even to Filipinos, they're wanting the issue addressed as well.
Out of stock, sir.
Yeah. Another thing will be your favorite items or things that you need at the store. Most famous term in the Philippines is out of stock, sir. It'll be something you could buy every week and it's just always out of stock. It will be empty all the time. Every month they'll order the same exact amount. They'll sell it in the first 3 or 4 days, and then they wait till the next month to get another shipment. They don't increase the supply of it. And
but it's just only here, not in the city.
Well, Dumaguete will have that problem. I'll try to look for a medication for someone, and 3 pharmacies will say out of stock. And I'll say, isn't that an important medication? And they'll say, yes, sir, we sell it all the first week we get it. And I'm like, so you should probably start buying more so that you can still have sales the next 3 weeks. And they look at you confused, but yeah, they run out of supplies here. That's just the truth. So you want to adapt and adjust to it. When we buy Diet Coke or Coke Zero, I'll buy 5 bottles so that I know I'm not going to run out.
Okay, so that's all, guys. That's all the pros and cons. And at least you're not shocked when you're here in the Philippines. I'm sure there's a lot of foreigners already experienced, though. This makes them stressed and frustrated. Yeah. So what I advise is just adapt and accept. Maybe we're just hopeful that it will, eventually will be fixed in the future.
Yeah, just understand those cons are not going away anywhere in the next month or two. So you may need to make some adjustments or prepare for some of them, or just be prepared in advance so then you're not complaining about them for 5 years because they're not going to fix them for you. So just want to be honest and transparent with everyone. We don't want to be negative, but we just want to tell everyone the truth. So
Yep.
Anyways, all right. Again, if you guys want to see a video on any one of these topics in particular, then let us know because we could talk about them longer. We're just trying to be brief because the first time I recorded this video was an hour long. Yeah, if you guys want to see, I'll say it fast. If you guys want to see a video on any one of these topics in particular, let us know and we can do a 10 or 20 minute video on them. But we had to keep them brief, so we're not here for an hour. So, okay. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for leaving a comment, and feel free to leave a negative or comment that, a negative, a pro or a con that you've noticed in the Philippines.
Yeah, feel free to comment your frustration in there, whatever you don't like here. So, guys.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and good afternoon.
Good. Yep. Okay. Good afternoon.
See?